The following program has been fully paid for and brought to you by the Majesty Now magazine.
You might end up in a magazine, or you might end up on TV. One-on-one with J. Carroll. When you slide through the Majesty, and we gon' show the world that we the latest, and we gon' show the world that we the biggest. One-on-one with J. Carroll. Ain't nothing bigger than the Majesty. Yo, tell me your story and I'ma tell the world. Get it off your chest, baby, don't hold it in.
The Majesty Now magazine, royal expose to the nations. Do you desire to be featured in one of the nation's premier magazines? Contact Majesty today at www.majestynow.com. Majesty has excellent spots at excellent pricing. And yes, Majesty will expose you in a royal way. Hello and welcome to the J. Carroll Show. It is so good to be before you. I tell you, I'm so excited about all that's going on with Majesty, with J. Carroll, with the Majesty magazine, just so much. There's some great things happening, no matter what's going on in our country or nationwide or whatever it may be. We are just still, God is good. He is good and He is blessing His people. I thank you so much for tuning in to the J. Carroll Show. We have a phenomenal guest with us today. She is, I tell you, she's a strong woman. She's strong. She has great faith. She's just a blessing to so many people. And the main thing I really love about her is that she loves people and she loves her family. So I want you to listen attentively, if you will, and just really take note. Take out your pencils and your papers, if you will, because there's some information I want you to write down. Write down her website address, because we have a story to tell. She has a story to tell. And because of the story, there's so much to say. So it's not going to be only this show, but we have part 2 as well. So at this time, I introduce to you none other than Mrs. Tanisha Thomas.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I am good. I am very, very, very well, as a matter of fact. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
Thank you. It's so good for you to be here.
Yes.
I tell you, we met verbally years. I know it's been 10 years ago.
Yeah, I believe it has been
Yes,
about 10 years ago.
Yes. So now you finally decide to stop being disobedient and come to see me.
I know, that's right. Yes.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we did meet some years back with a mutual acquaintance and did slight work together, but
Yes.
this time it's personal for me.
Yes, ma'am.
And like you said, I am a woman of faith. I had to step out on faith and just take this leap because I really want to get this story out.
Yes.
It needs to be heard. It needs to be
Absolutely.
heard because it is going to change lives. It is going to motivate and inspire us and the
Yes.
generation coming after us.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. And before we get into the conversation, what do you want the listeners to gather from this conversation? What do you want it to prohibit or warn, or what information?
I want to bring awareness.
Okay.
I want to bring awareness to the importance of obedience, the importance of not getting into trouble.
Not
because
getting
when
into
you get into trouble, it's hard to get out.
Yes, it is.
And the Department of Correction, the way the inmates are being treated from a personal perspective as a
Yes.
mother, and also the young men and women that are coming up, they need to hear this story
Yes.
and prayerfully that it will make them change their mind, cause them to want to change their minds and live a better life.
Yes.
Yeah, and make better choices.
Yes, ma'am.
So I firmly believe that people go through things for a reason, for a purpose.
Yes.
And my story is going to motivate people and help them to realize that there's a purpose for this. And when there's purpose,
Yes.
it's nuggets from it. I'm hoping that after people hear this story, they will see the importance of not ever doing something to go to prison.
Yes. Tell us the name of this story.
The-
I've heard it, I know it, but what is it?
The name of the story is the William Andrell Thomas story. William Andrell Thomas is my youngest son, and it is his story. But I committed to him that I would never stop fighting for him. I would never stop advocating for him, and I would never give up on him. So this is a part of me advocating for him and also bringing necessary exposure to the corrupt treatment in the Department of Corrections.
Yes. Yes. When did all of this begin? I know your family is very close.
Yes.
You know, always have been close. You have a wonderful family, husband, children, grandchildren. I can't wait to meet that little lady.
Miss Ann.
Miss Ann.
Yes.
Yes, but when did this story begin to take place? What actually happened that made a great impact to change the entire course of your lives?
Yeah. So I can start from the beginning. When my son William was 17 years old, he got with the wrong crowd, and they thought it'd be fun to go in and rob a restaurant. So they got caught, of course. Poor choices as a kid. And they got caught, and he was sentenced to some prison time. But and he did the first few years, and he came home. But when he came home, he decided he wasn't done playing, of course, and he ended up going back on a parole violation.
Okay.
Well, during that time,
So you can be in trouble, go in for one thing, but then
once you come out on parole,
Okay.
you still pretty much belong to the system.
Okay.
And so you have to just stay out of trouble. You cannot be with, and this is just some of it, you cannot be with other convicted felons. You can't, of course, drugs is illegal. You can't do that. And you have to be in the house at a certain time. You have a curfew.
Okay.
And so after he got out, there were minor violations like that, like a possession and parole violation, being out beyond curfew. Nothing major, no felonies or anything like that. So he was back in custody of the Department of Corrections on parole violation. And this happened in 2019.
Okay.
2018, 2019. And he was, because of the harsh laws and the harsh punishment for felons, I would just say, from what I know, he was not granted an opportunity to get out of custody during the times of COVID. Now, he's type 1 diabetic. He was suffering through that, and we tried to get him out because it was a parole violation.
Yes.
And COVID was rampant in the Department of Corrections and in jails and stuff like that. Well, we know from being in the free world how bad it was, so you can imagine how it was being incarcerated. So we fought, and we could never get him out, and not to mention we hadn't seen him from 2019 for 4 years until his injury, which took place exactly August 7th, which is today, 2 years ago today. And we had not seen him. We had talked to him, of course, on the phone and video recordings, through via virtual twice.
So during COVID, okay, no, they wouldn't let anyone in or out? Or
Right, that's
visitors.
correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
So I believe that probably wears on the mental state of everyone.
It did.
Yes.
It did. I cannot even describe how it made us feel, because we are very close.
Yes.
And it's almost like I had triplets, because all three of my children are extremely close. And I have 2 boys and a girl, and the girl, I think she thinks she's his mom too. So, and so, so that was really tough for us. And I believe that William found a substance to indulge in or to self-medicate while in prison during that time.
How can someone get in contact? How?
That's the big question. How did he get it? in jail? That's the question. That's the question that we all have.
Yeah.
How do inmates get drugs? How do inmates get things that they're not supposed to have? This is supposed to be a rehabilitation.
Right.
This is supposed to be, of course, punishment for consequences and things like that. But how does an inmate get drugs? That's the big question. William had his problems before he became incarcerated. He had his problems, and he was basically a knucklehead, just a little boy running around playing and wasn't taking life seriously.
Yeah.
He's never really hurt anyone before. He's not violent like
Yes.
that. He's very loving, very kind, and he has a son who's very loving and very kind.
Yes.
And so I believe that his heart was broken because he was away from us for so long. And before COVID, when his first stint, every visitation, we were there. We were there. My husband and I, we are local ministers, and we ministered to him and loved him and took care of him. But the downfall, I believe, just knowing my son, came from being away from his family for so long. And he was actually in the county jail for 3 years before they transferred him because of COVID
Yes.
to the prison. And in the county jail in our hometown, he hadn't been outside in 3 years, outdoors just for fresh air. So it was a lot for him mentally. He was struggling mentally.
Now, how long was he supposed to initially be in the county or this prison system?
That
when
was
he
the-
first went in.
He was supposed to be processed there and taken right away.
Yes.
Yeah. But because of the system, COVID was what everybody leaned on. The jails and the prisons are overcrowded. He had to sit there, and he had not seen the sun other than coming through jail cell windows
Yes.
for 3 years. So when they did transfer him, they transferred him to a local prison facility, and he was there, I want to say about a year, almost a year. And I'm not exactly sure what happened because they don't tell loved ones anything. But there was an incident that caused him to be transferred to another facility.
So he went from one to the next. Was there two separate ones, or from that first one to the
Jail and 2 separate prisons.
and two separate prisons? Okay. So are you saying when it comes to being in the system or the actual system, they don't really, a lot of them don't let the family know everything that goes on?
That was our experience.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't know about everybody else, but that was our experience.
And some of the things what was the next thing that happened to really break down his mind?
The last transfer to the prison facility that was further away from home.
Okay.
When he got there, he said it was a nightmare. And by then, I'm pretty sure his demons and his substance abuse was probably getting worse. We were being extorted for money. His family was. We had to send money to different cash apps and different avenues or different platforms so that he would be safe. He told us that he had nowhere to sleep.
He had nowhere to sleep?
The inmates, they took over the prison. He slept on the floor. He slept with his head on in the area, I guess you would call a picnic table, where he would just lay his head down. Because of his substance abuse, he got treated really, really, really harsh. He slept outside on the sidewalk sometimes, on the outside of the building.
Yes.
When he could sleep, that's where he slept. He was dealing not only with harsh treatments, but he was dealing with his own demons. And so when we found out how severe it was, we actually got a call. They had phones too. They had cell phones. We actually got a call. I believe it was last year. I want to say June 2023. in July 2023. We actually heard the inmates beating him, and he was terrified
That had to be
and screaming for dear
devastating.
life. Yeah.
Now, how did he was he on the phone with you all when that
Yes.
happened?
Yes. They let us hear them beating him. And he said all he could say was just, Mom, Shay, send the money. Send the money. They gonna kill me in here. Send the money. Send the money. And we heard it. And so we were
So they actually abused him for you all not sending money.
I'm not sure what the situation was. He was afraid to tell us every
Every
detail
Yes.
because I mean we were afraid for his life, so we sent the money.
Lord have mercy. Yes.
And that went on for almost 2 years because it started at the first prison. It wasn't as violent. I don't think his life was in danger, but he was using. And whoever was bringing the drugs in or whatever connection it was a cash app, it was some kind of green dot card or something to where it was an external payment system some way. And so that went on a little over 2 years because the addiction, I believe it actually started during the COVID years in the local jail. And so we sent money. We were extorted for money. Myself, my daughter, my family, my husband, he begged for money all the time. And I know the majority of the time it was to feed his addiction. But it got out of hand.
Okay.
And it got out of control for him. And he was in a lot of debt. And J. Carroll, it was at one time where we sent about $1,300 at a time because of the debt that he was in. And we thought that we cleared the debt, but we found out that if you cleared the debt, that makes it worse. They figure if your family got money like that, we want more. We want more. And we didn't have money like that. We would just kind of come together and try to help him. They wanted more. They wanted more. So July of 2024, he had enough. He confessed to me. I said, son, you have something going on. You have an addiction. You've got something going on. What is going on with you? He said, Mom, you're right, and I hate it. I hate the way I am. I hate it. He said, I do. I have an addiction. Now, he told me it was heroin. And then he told me another time that it was something called Flocka. I had never heard of it. But, of course, I've done my research since he told me. And it's a mixture of some kind of imitation bath salt, artificial something. It's crazy. It's a jungle out there, I would say. And he said, I hate the way I am, and I want to get clean. I don't want to come home like this. He said, they're trying to break me in here. They're trying to hurt me. They're trying to kill me. So we talked to him, and my daughter talked to him, and we all decided that it would be best for him to go to solitary confinement.
Okay, so you all decided that?
Yeah, we had to get it approved first. He
Okay,
had to
so
ask
they
for
won't just
it.
put you in solitary. You have to ask for it.
Yes, but before we asked for that, we called the prison and told them that they are beating him. They are hurting him. His life is in danger. Can y'all help him?
They didn't already know that?
No. Well, if they did, we didn't know. And if they did, they didn't care because it kept happening. So I finally called the Alabama Department of Corrections headquarters, the Capitol.
Okay.
And I spoke to someone like above the prison system, and they were able to get in touch with the warden at the prison and some captains, and it was what you call a welfare check. So they did that a couple of times, and they actually went and got him so we could hear his voice. Took him into the office or whatever, and they picked on him. They said, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just high. Look at him. He's just high. Tell your mama there ain't nothing wrong with you.
So people in authority?
Yes, ma'am.
What corrupt system?
Yes, ma'am. So after he left that office, he found a cell phone from somewhere, and he called us and said, my life really is in danger. Do not believe what they saying. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. Y'all got to believe me. Y'all got to help me. So we did that a few times. We called and got welfare checks, and the lies came forth and said he was fine. But we still had the question, how is he getting drugs?
Absolutely.
How?
Mm-hmm.
And so I even asked him, well, how are you getting this stuff? And he never answered me, of course, because people were listening. The phones were tapped.
Right. Absolutely.
So after months of that, he decided, I'm going to solitary confinement because I really want to get clean, and they are abusing me enough. I want to get away from the drugs. I want to get away from population because I don't want to go through the detox in public.
Oh.
So I want to do it in private. So while he was there, the runner would let him use his phone. Now, the runner had a cell phone. So the runner would let him use the phone, and from time to time, we still sent him money because he was going through so much, and he said he just wanted to get his mind right. In other words, he was still using. And he was afraid for them to come in. He was afraid for the guards to come in.
Yeah.
And he would always say, don't let them in here. Don't let them pop the lock. They're going to let him in here to hurt me. And what we assumed was he had left population in debt. Went to solitary confinement. That's what we assumed. We don't know. And the runner told us that he would never want a guard to come in alone without a trustee or go to the nurse because he's diabetic and he had to take insulin.
Now, what exactly is a runner?
A trustee.
Okay.
A trustee. I guess an inmate that they trust to go back and forth to do different things and help serve, I guess.
So how long? So now by this time he was placed in solitary
This was
confinement.
July.
Okay. Now was this only last year?
Yeah, this was 2023.
2023. So
I'm sorry if I misspoke.
No. How long? Okay. So after he was placed in there, did he get to speak with you all more often?
No, it was less.
It was less.
Yeah, in solitary confinement, there were no phones like there are in population, like on the wall to make a collect call.
Okay.
Yeah, it was solitary confinement, and so the runner had a cell phone, and he would let him use the phone from time to time.
Yes.
That was July of 2023.
And what is in? Is it just one room? What is in the solitary confinement area?
So it is my belief that it is one room, and everything, even the clothes, were supposed to be ripped, like paper, able to be ripped. He's not supposed to have anything in the cell that he could use to harm himself.
Yes.
It's no contact with people.
Was
no
there a
television.
bed? No.
I believe there was
no
a mat, a cot of
Okay.
some sort.
Okay.
Yeah, a light fixture, sink, maybe a toilet. I've never seen it. I'm just
Yes.
trying to paint the picture in my own mind of how it was.
Yes.
And so that was what the runner said, that he was afraid for what they would call pop the lock. The guards would pop the lock and let an inmate come in to attack him. He was afraid that was going to happen. So he refused to let guards come in without a runner. I'm assuming that's how it was. He only trusted like the runner. And that was July 2023. On, I want to say August 4th, maybe August 5th, 2023, which was a Friday. I talked to him, and he said, his words were, "Mama, this is hell." He said, "Mama, this is hell." He said, "If I've never seen hell before, I am in hell." He said, "But I want you to know something. I'm going to walk out of here. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to come home and I'm going to eat some vanilla ice cream with you." And it was funny to me because he's lactose intolerant. He's always been. So anytime anything dairy, he can't hold it down. So I told him, I said, "Well, how you going to eat some ice cream?" He said, "Mama, I'm going to get it down." He said, "I miss you, Mama, and I love you."
And he was already in solitary
He was
confinement?
already in solitary confinement on a cell phone.
Okay.
He said, "Mama, is hell. I'm in hell. But I want you to know something else. No matter what happens, I want to live. I want to live no matter what happens.
Ooh, what words to hear coming
He
from
did.
your
He said that.
son, your child.
He said that. And the next day, we got a phone call from one of my son's friends in the free world. And he was hysterical. He said, Miss Thomas, you and Mr. Thomas, y'all got to leave the house. Y'all got to leave the house. They coming to shoot up your house. Will called and said because of the money that he owed, they're coming to kill you, your husband, and your daughter. Because we lived in the same neighborhood. We live in the same neighborhood, 2-3 houses apart. And he said, Will said, they know where y'all live. They know, don't go to church. They know where the church is. They're going to kill y'all.
Whew.
Don't do it.
What
Don't
in
go.
the world? What?
The
How did
extortion,
that?
the devastation.
Yes.
It's unexplainable. It's undescribable. And I know that this is not a church setting, but if
Yes.
I did not have, my husband and I did not have the relationship
Right. Mm-hmm.
with the Father,
Yes.
there's no way I would be sitting here talking about this. It shook me to the core. It was unbelievable. And
after that happened, you all left the house.
we did not leave the
You
house.
did not leave.
We did
And
not.
no one ever showed or came.
No one ever showed or came. Now, I left because I was going to the police station.
Okay.
I felt like I needed to make the police aware of the threats
Yeah.
because we were going to protect ourselves. We're not unprotected.
Right.
Because, I mean, if you shoot, we're shooting back.
Right.
That's the way we were thinking.
Yes.
It's just going to be a shootout.
Uh-huh.
And that was the mentality that my husband had, too.
Yes.
And
So after that night,
I came back home.
When did you speak with your son again after that call? So your son called the friend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because he may not have been able to reach you.
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly. And he tried to reach his brother as well. And he told his brother the same thing. His brother didn't live in the neighborhood, my oldest son. But they had been trying to reach me. And I don't know why, for some reason, they couldn't that day. I can't even remember why or what I was doing.
Yes.
But
You
I haven't
know,
heard his voice since
If you
then.
can hold that thought for
Yes.
one little moment, this has just blown me away. And this is not even a morsel of the story. Yes. What I would like for you all to do is I want you to write down the information that's on the bottom of the screen. And there's another portion that we're going to tell. But thank you for tuning into this part 1. And we're going to go into part 2 of this story.
One-on-one, baby, let's talk about it. Ain't nothing bigger than the majesty. Yeah, hey, let's talk about it.
The preceding program has been fully paid for by the sponsor, the Majesty Now magazine. Peachtree TV does not constitute endorsement of this product.